tudo bem? Olha só, estou aqui do lado de um recém-amigo meu. É um canadense que está viajando o mundo, acaba de chegar aqui na cidade de São Paulo. Ele se chama Jonathan B. Roy e é do Canadá, mas é do Canadá que fala francês, daquela região de Ontário. Jonathan, John or Jonathan?
Yeah, whatever,
Whatever.
John, if you like.
John, tell me, what the hell are you doing traveling all over the world? Why?
It's the best way to travel. I wanted to meet people, to see places you cannot see when you travel by bus, you travel by car. So bicycle is the best way. It's slow, not too slow. And I've been doing it for almost 4 years now. 3 continents, 36 countries, 33,000 kilometers.
So I pretty much believe you left Canada and then?
I went from Canada to England by plane and then I left from there. So from England to Malaysia, then to Japan, and now I've been, in the last year, I've been in South America, so Chile, Argentina, Uruguay, Brazil, now going after Brazil to Paraguay, Bolivia, Peru. Yeah.
Wow, and you carry everything with you. I believe you have your house here.
Yeah.
And you carry light. So tell me, John, you've been to 3 continents. Tell me about your experience. No, I won't ask you the worst place, but the better place, the best place that no one would ever guess. That's a real good place to ride your bicycle. Tell me about it.
All the countries that are Musulmano, they're the most generous, the most curious. And so Central Asia, for example, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Azerbaijan also in West Asia. So all those countries that are Muslim, they're really, really, really welcoming. Also Central Asia, it feels like it's another country because the country is Tajikistan, for example. 4,000, 5,000 meters of altitude, so you have no vegetation, few people living there, you're on your own, you have your food. If something happens with your bike, you're alone with your problem, but also with your joy, you meet other passionate people. And every country is totally different. Like Brazil, I'm really enjoying it. It's huge, so I didn't see so much right now. I'm arriving from Uruguay. But I meet many people, and people here also are curious to know more about it, and I'm really enjoying it. I visited in Rio Grande do Sul the canyon Itaim-Becinho, fantastic. Landscape. I like to take photos, so it's wonderful.
Let us talk about what you eat.
Yeah?
Do you cook yourself? How is it feeding yourself?
It depends of the country. So if I'm in the mountains, in the Andes or Central Asia, or if I'm in the desert, so La Pampa in Argentina or
you eat
Kazakhstan,
what you have.
I have rice, I cook noodles or potatoes, carrots, like that, one bowl, and I boil everything in there. If I'm in a country where food is more present, Southeast Asia, for example, China, you can buy food for cheap everywhere. Every 500 meters you have someone cooking, so I'm not gonna cook, it's not even worth it. Here, Brazil, it depends. Sometimes I cook, sometimes I go to the buffet libre and I eat a lot.
Do you have a stove, or you use wood?
No, I have a universal stove, Primus that I have. Mm-hmm. I mainly use the propane butane canisters. Okay. So I sometimes I buy the gas in the gas station, but I don't like that. It's more complicated. It makes a lot of smoke. So if I try to have the canister and cook myself, and I only have one pot. So really, it's not complicated. I know some people, they have a pan, they have a pot, they mix, they make bacon, they make bread, and they make a lot of stuff. I don't like to cook on my own like that, some stuff super complicated. So I buy noodles, I buy rice, I put everything.
I understand you.
Another special thing that I have is my little Le Bon Monde here. So my first language is French, I write in French, and this is the son of my cousin who made that. Le Bon Monde, it means El Buen Mundo, Mundo Bon.
And I don't know. Mundo Bon.
Mundo, bon, I don't know if it's probably the same in Portuguese, but monde is people, la gente, and it's also the world.
Oh,
so
really?
el mundo.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, in French. So and
Okay.
that is my when it's difficult and I
Okay.
ride, I try to see that and to remember that I'm not traveling to see the best landscapes or to go as fast as possible. I'm there to meet the good people, so le bon monde, and to learn about how they live and to learn more about the culture around the world like that. So that's a little bit of a
Tell me how
reminder.
bicycles, those kind people.
You probably know
Tell
it,
me.
but
I
it's
know, but you
it's a
tell people.
magnet. It's a magnet, the bicycle. Everywhere you go, if it's hot, if it's raining especially, people are drawn to the bicycle because I think many reasons, but bicycle, you remind yourself, oh, I was doing bicycle when I was young, when I was a kid, and it's like flying to be on a bicycle. You feel like when you go down a hill on a bicycle, I'm 34, I feel like I'm 8 years old when I go down a hill on a bicycle. It's so much fun. And people are drawn to it because it's an instrument of liberty. And also, in many countries, especially the ones that are not developed, it's like a spectrum like that. The ones that are not developed, bicycle is for the super poor people. And then, so I'm thinking Uzbekistan. Then if you're in Vietnam, people will buy more money, they will buy a scooter, so like a little motorcycle. Then China, people now are buying cars, and Japan or Canada or Western Europe, now the country, it's richer and they have time to now go on a bicycle for fun. But what I mean by that is then if you're in most part of the world, they see you on a bicycle and they think, oh, look at that poor man, doesn't even have money to pay a bus or a train or a scooter or whatever. So many people, they stop in Kazakhstan and everywhere in the world, they stop, come in. And they think, look at that poor man. So I jump in and I'm like, no, I have to go. And they say, hey, we're in the desert in Kazakhstan. Next village is 300 kilometers. And I'm like, yeah, I know, I have a GPS. I'm like, crazy. So that's
How
I think
can you
those,
afford a GPS?
yeah, well, if they knew that I have a drone, I have my computer, I have many things, but
You know, when you go to the first world country, they don't have a clue what bicycle means in terms of inclusion, social inclusion of people that don't have, people that ride bicycle because they don't have a choice. It's a choice of those that are choiceless.
right.
Okay? And the first world country don't understand it.
But that's what I'm saying, because when the country is extremely poor, everybody's on a bicycle. And then people abandon the bicycle until the country is extremely rich on the other side of the spectrum.
Then they come back.
Yeah, but it's cheaper, it's more fun, you're more in shape. Yeah, for me, even if I would have a lot more money, I choose to travel with a bicycle.
Who supports you? How do you pay your trip?
At the beginning, I thought I would be gone for 1 year.
Okay.
So I had put
Everyone
economies aside for that, working for a few years, putting money on the side. Now it's been more than 3 years, almost 4 years. And what I do is I write for a bike magazine in Canada. I released a book last year, which is a bestseller in Canada also.
Oh, that's
So-
nice.
Yeah, so that really, that's helping.
And how people can buy your book?
Well, the book is in French, so if there is someone...
I don't speak French, but a lot of Brazilian does.
Now I go back twice a year to Canada.
Okay.
And I give talks to schools, to companies, to the public. And I receive money for that. Talking about my adventures, anecdotes, it's stories, but behind that, it's not just ha, it's funny. It's, realize your dreams, and the world is a nice place. People are generous, they will welcome you. And it doesn't have to be going around the world. If maybe you have a dream of going away for a weekend, and it doesn't even have to be on a bicycle. It could be anything that you dream, and then you block yourself because we're having excuses. And I take photos of people that I met around the world, old people, women, families, a guy on a skateboard, people walking around the world. There's a lot of crazy people, way crazier than I am. So I talk about them and I say, if you think I'm crazy, like everybody's a bit crazy. So you just do it, yeah.
Plans for the future? You live in São Paulo, and where to right now?
I'm going to Rio, so I'm gonna follow the coast.
The coast?
Yeah, but I
You're
think
going
so.
to stay a lot on the beach.
Yeah?
Yeah, if you enjoy beach, you know our North States beaches.
But I'm not
the
going
best.
far. The further I'm going is Rio, and then I come back actually.
São Paulo?
I don't know if I'm gonna stop, but I come back in that direction
Okay.
because I'm gonna go to Iguazu and then
Okay.
Paraguay, Asunción, and Bolivia and Peru.
So you entering the Latin American country through Paraguay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Paraguay
I
or
was
Argentina?
already in Argentina
Okay.
and Uruguay before, and actually Brazil, I was not even supposed to come here.
Oh, welcome.
It's just because I was looking for flights to go back to Canada, and
Okay.
Porto Alegre was
A nice one.
Was a nice airport, and I could go to Canada. And I
Okay.
thought, if I'm in Porto Alegre, might as well visit Brazil, might as well go and visit a bit more, and I really like it.
Assim vamos terminando essa entrevista deliciosa com o Jonathan B. Roy, que é canadense e que está aqui no Brasil de passagem. E olha só quem nos deu a pauta, o escritório de Quebec. Aí eu pergunto, brasileiros que estão viajando o mundo afora, a embaixada brasileira ajuda? Aham, boa pergunta, não é? E aí já sabe, né? Gostou? Curta e compartilha este vídeo, siga-nos lá no Instagram, inscreva-se no nosso canal, o canal do Bike é Legal. E você já sabe, né? Vambora pedalar!